Good evening. Good evening. How you guys doing out there? This Mike Mel tonight. I'm on the Soberheadz platform, and I just wanted to come out and give a quick message to those out there, especially my people um, that's in recovery, that's battling right now, that's trying to stay sober. So the saying that my thing is delete it on Facebook. We'll try to keep you let you know. Said I'm trying to. They having a problem with me broadcasting on Facebook. So I don't know what's going on with that. But said they might be having a problem with me on there right now. Um, can you guys hear me out there? Saying that they might have a problem on here. I'm just gonna go put the message out anyway. Well, how you guys doing tonight? Like I said, I wanted to get the message out there about staying sober during these days that's coming up. It's going to be very crucial um, for everybody to try to stay sober that's in recovery during these holidays. So I decided to come up with the research a list of things that they're really that's out there right now that's going to help people be able to stay sober during these days. Now we have the Feast of Dedication that's going on now. It was for 8 days, and that's going on right now. And we also have, and there's going to be people out there that's going to be celebrating uh, Thanksgiving, and we don't promote celebrating any of those days. And I'm not on here to talk about that because it's enough information for people to get that information on what they should be celebrating and not celebrating. I'm more concerned of those who are out there being able to stay sober, stay clean during these times because this time of year can be a big trigger for those that's in recovery for both alcohol and drugs. You got the three um, holiday things that's coming up, and so I would like to go over some tips for people that's out there during this time so they can have a shot at being able to stay sober during these times if they're battling in recovery. And if you're not battling in recovery, then of course, like, this message is not for you. But for those who are out there battling, try to give you guys some tips to be able to help you in this kind of time of year. Excuse me, I'm trying to share this on some sober platforms to try to help as many people as possible. So let's start. We're gonna start from the beginning and talk about some of the things that you could do to try to stay sober, man. During these days that's coming up, you got the so-called Thanksgiving, then you're gonna have Christmas, and then New Year's, and so those times of year is tough for people in recovery to really get through that. You know what I mean? And it takes a lot of work. Many have slipped up and fell victim during that time and then lost their sobriety. So we're going to talk about, in the beginning, it says, let's talk about the 10 things you could do to help yourself stay sober during these times. It says, make sure your basic needs are met by remembering HALT. Check if you are. HALT means you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. Make sure that these things do not come in play when you're at gatherings or where you're going out and things of that nature during this time of year, because it can trigger you to be wanting to get drunk or wanting to get high or anything in that situation. It can help you. It says hungry. Make a point to eat regularly. Skipping meals can affect blood sugar, which in turn can affect mood. Yeah, you're gonna get irritable if you don't eat nothing. So make sure when you get up in the morning, you get you something healthy to eat. Now, I mean, if you used to eating 3 meals a day, eat your 3 meals a day. Make sure you get all of that stuff that you need to get done, man. In terms of eating before you go out during the day, because during this time of the year, a lot of people used to just drink soon as they got up in the morning. So depending on how many years you have in sobriety, your body might be used to doing that, just getting up during this time drinking. So make sure that you eat regularly and eat well balanced meals to make sure that your blood sugar don't get affected and your mood don't get affected. The next one is avoid being angry, irritable, and restless. Don't forget to meditate, exercise, and go outside. It reduces stress, decreases rumination, running thoughts, and increases in endorphins. Yeah, make sure you get some exercise. Make sure you still hit that gym. Try to stay away from stressful and angry situations, man. Don't be trying to argue with your spouse or your mate or your family about stupid stuff that's going on during these days. Don't get yourself upset, because remember, alcoholics, we definitely don't have the right to be getting angry about stuff, because once we get angry about something, that could trigger us to go drink, man. So try to do your best to stay out of situations that's going to make you angry, get you irritated, because depending on where you at in sobriety, if you early in there and you dealing with that post-acute withdrawal syndrome, anything during this time can make you very irritable. And then that when you getting irritable, somebody piss you off, and you know how we do. When we get pissed off, we want to destroy ourselves. So then I'm gonna show you by drinking and destroying myself. I'm gonna show you by using and destroying myself. And don't sit around and get restless. You're used to moving around. You're used to doing things. Go outside, hit that gym, work out, do things to increase them endorphins in your brain and get you moving, so you don't be sitting around. And next thing you know, those old thoughts come back, and you start going around your old neighborhoods and doing the things you was doing before. Lonely. Write a list of people you love, who love and support you, who you can talk to during these days when you are feeling down. So the loneliness, it could be coming into play because a lot of people lost people during these times of year. Might be a mom, a grandmom, a dad, a child, different people that might trigger you to feel like you're lonely even more during these times of year. Um, Try to make sure that you're around people that supporting you. Be around people that supporting your sobriety. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're around people that's really not supporting your sobriety during this time. Make sure you're around like family members and people that is gonna help protect you, man, and show you that love during this time, and people that's not gonna put you in a situation where they're gonna be trying to get you to drink or get you to use. You know what I'm saying? So um don't isolate definitely during this time, because your mind gonna start racing. Then the next thing you do, you're gonna probably want to pick up a drink or go find something to use, man. So make sure that you're occupied and you're not lonely during this time. Tired. It says the holiday season can often include a number of late nights. Ensure that you get your full 8 hours of sleep so you are rested and restored and ready to go. Absolutely. Don't be thinking that just because these days you could be up partying and doing this and doing that, and thinking that you could party without drinking and do this and do that and have yourself super tired, because next thing you know, your conscious and the things you're doing is not, you're not going to be that on point for it. So you might end up picking up something or doing something that you have no business doing. You got to always be on point and able to protect yourself during this time. I'm telling you now, because things can get very sticky. It says, create or introduce new traditions, plans, activities that do not revolve around alcohol or the use of drugs. Try ice skating, decorating cookies, or watching movies. Exactly. So don't be sitting around in the house doing the things you used to do the other years on these days. Get out of that house, do some activities that you never did before. Go watch a hockey game or a football game, or like they said, go ice skating. Go take a trip on the train, go up to New York, walk around, do something that's going to get you out of that same routine that you used to do for all those other years. Because if you find yourself in the house and you start reminiscing and you're around everybody else, especially those in your family and stuff like that that might be still using, you're subject to get yourself caught. If you're trying to get through this, man, we trying to get through it. So do what you got to do. Get out of that house and go where you need to go to get what you need to get done and to stay sober. Remember, I'm not promoting during these holidays because we know where in my faith and what we believe that this is not something that you should celebrate. But since people are gonna do it anyway, I'm here to get advice for the people that's in recovery to try to get you through this so you don't relapse. And a lot of people tend to relapse during this time of year. Says the next one, make a backup plan. Make a backup plan. If you find yourself in a situation where you feel the strong urge to drink or use, have an escape plan. If you drive your own car. Do not get put in a situation where you at a party or somewhere during these days where you're dependent on somebody else to take you home because you could get stuck in a situation. Always drive your own car. So if you get caught in that place and you feeling that urge to drink and you got this stuff going on, you can get out of there. You can get out of there. Always put yourself in a situation where you can escape anytime you feel uneasy. If you at that party and you see that alcohol flowing and it's starting to tempt you and it's starting to make you feel some kind of way, jump in that car and roll. Don't think you got to prove to yourself that you got to still stay there. Yeah, I'm strong enough to be able to do this. I'm strong enough to be able to do that. No, don't even put yourself in that situation. Get out of there immediately. I remember I was at a cookout before and it was I was in a tough situation too because I had just met this person that invited me and then they just introduced me to their friends and I was sitting there and things got a little hazy from when I'm looking around and I'm like, oh, they started pulling out the lawn chairs. They had the big projector screen on. It was outside. They started rolling up the blunts and pulling out the liquor and I'm like, whoa. And I had to go to these people that I just met and tell them, thanks for your food, but I gotta go. And my pride hit a little bit because I felt like kind of weird because I had just met them. But when I was driving down that turnpike, I knew I had made another day sober. And it was the best decision that I ever could make. Don't think like you having to show any kind of loyalty to nobody by staying somewhere that's gonna put your sobriety in trouble. When you feel threatened or you feel scared and these kind of this time of year, get out of there. Live to be sober. Live to fight another day. Get out of that place and go do what you got to do. The next one is help others. Volunteering can help you get outside your head, improve your sense of well-being, and enhance self-esteem. Go out and feed some people during these days. Go out and read to the people that's in the people that's in the hospitals. Go out and speak. Go out and give your message in sobriety. It's a lot of places where you could go where people are going to be out there that need your help, that need to hear your message. Go out and feed the homeless. Do different things like that. That's going to get you out of your own head. Most of the times we feel depressed and down because we're thinking about ourselves too much. What we don't have, what we think we should have, this and this, how the world is doing us wrong, is always about me, 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 me. That's when the depression kicks in. So during these times to help yourself, go out. You know what I'm saying? Go out and do what you got to do to help other people. Find some people that you could help. When I wake up in the morning every day, I ask God to point me in a direction with people I can help. I need that because we can get caught up in ourselves, and when we inside our own heads, things get fuzzy. Next thing you know, all type of dumb thoughts start coming to your head, and you don't need that right now. So during those days, take the time to go volunteer and help somebody, man. Give thanks, it says. Fostering an attitude of gratitude will help prevent any possible relapse. Every day, list 3 things you're thankful for. Wake up in the morning, and as soon as you get up, get the list and start writing down that list of things you're thankful for. You're thankful to be sober. You're thankful to be alive. You're thankful to have people in the house that you love and that love you. You're thankful for your job. You're thankful. Just give that gratitude. They said a grateful alcoholic would never drink. You get what I'm saying? So when you wake up during these days, I know you might be feeling down. I know you might miss your grandma. I know you might miss your mom. I know you might miss your child, especially the first year. The first year when you're going through things, it's the toughest. And I know that I've been through all of that before. You know what I mean? And for the people that's out there that's going to be celebrating these holidays. And like I said, um, that's not something that I would do. I don't condone it, but since people are going to be doing it, I'm here to talk to those that's in recovery to try to give you some tips to not relapse, to be able to get through this time, because it's not going to be easy for people to get through it, especially with all this depression and all this other stuff going on. So we're on a part now where it says to give thanks, have a fostering an attitude of gratitude to help prevent against any possible relapse, man. Start off with that list in the morning. Just write down some things you're thankful for. You know what I mean? And keep those things with you. If you need to take it around with you during the day while you're going from house to house or whatever you're doing, come on, man. Don't leave it. Bring it with you. The next one is don't go at it alone. Ask for help from family and friends. Have a sober buddy, a family or friend or family member join you at the parties where alcohol and drugs are present. Call one of your brothers or sisters from the fellowship. Tell them to meet you at the party. If you feel like you really have to go to this party and you know it's alcohol and drugs going to be there over these holidays, have a, a sober buddy or friend meet you there. Two heads are better than one. When things get sticky, that person is going to be able to grab you and get out of there. I remember my wife, one of my friends, Munch, got married, and his wedding was lavish up in New York, and he had everything. He had every kind of table, open bar for hours, this and this. I made sure she came with me. We had a plan. We had a time limit, and at that time limit, we got up out of there, and she was there to make sure that I stuck to the plan. That's needed this time of year. It's needed, man, because I'm telling you, if not, you're going to get caught up. You be around those old people that you grew up with. You be around those people that your family members you ain't seen in years. They up here from down south or wherever they from, and they start talking all that talk about how things used to be back in the day. Y'all start laughing. Y'all start sharing stories about grandmama, grandpop. Next thing you know, a Heineken in your hand. Next thing you know, one of them a blunt in your hand or one of them carts. Next thing you know, one of your cousins then slipped you a pill or something, and you like, yo, man, we about to just go outside. I'm about to just get nice. That's how easy it can happen. Have somebody with you in the fellowship that you with to make sure that you guys could watch and cover each other. So when things get too sticky, that person can help you get out of there. They'll let you know, nah, it's time to go, bro. You wildin'. You need those kind of people in your network and in your fellowship because things could get real dangerous during this time. So it says, don't go at it alone. And let them know, like, yo, I need you to come here with me so this can happen. So if something go down, you could get me out of there. The next one says, bring recovery materials when you travel. Your favorite recovery book, CD, or movie. Recovery-oriented media can help remind you, support you, and keep you on track. Make sure you got your AA book, that 12 and 12, that AA big book, that 12 and 12. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got your daily reflection little book. Make sure you got your phone with all that stuff on there. Make sure you got that YouTube with you. You need to look at some podcasts about recovery. You need to hear some Charlie, was it Bill and Charlie tapes? You need to listen to whatever you need to listen to, or you need to read, or whatever you need to do to get yourself right and get out of there, man. Because I'm telling you, I remember being on one of the problems I had like that was I was scared because I was on on a plane, and I hadn't been on a plane yet since they was able to serve alcohol, because when I flew the plane during COVID, they couldn't serve alcohol. So once the COVID thing was over, I was still kind of freshly new in sobriety. And I think I had flew a plane to like Ohio or something. And I was up there and I was like, what I'm gonna do when that lady walked past with that cart? Because every time I was on a plane, when they used to come by with that cart, I used to be getting me something to drink. So it was like, I was nervous about that. But I had that AA big book. Man, I cracked that thing open and just started reading. And I was reading and reading and praying and reading and praying and reading while she was walking past me. And once she got past me and the anxiety went down, and then after that first time, it got a little easier. So you want to make sure that you have that material with you. That material can help you in these situations, man. I'm serious. Have that on hand with you. Never leave home without something. All right. It says write your own personal 500-word guide to staying sober over the holidays to keep with you. Share it with others who may be struggling the holiday season. I never did nothing like that, but my sponsor did tell me one time I was very, very tempted to drink. And he told me to write a letter to myself explaining everything that's gonna happen once I take this drink. And don't spare nothing. Everything that's gonna happen when I take this drink. Like what I'm gonna lose and what it's gonna start with and what it's gonna end with. And he said, don't be afraid to write everything out. Then he told me to go to a meeting and read it out loud to tell on myself. And so I would definitely have that kind of thing with me to remind myself what's gonna happen to me if I take this drink and mess everything up, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just on here now, just trying to help you guys. Whoever out there, this message might touch somebody with this Thanksgiving thing coming up, and you trying to stay sober. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We have the Feast of Dedication that's going on now. So if there's any Israelites out there from my church, that's this message can go to you too, to be able to get past relapsing, or if you know that you have a problem with drugs or alcohol, having that temptation to either drink or use during these days, because it's going to be very tempting, and it could be for a good reason or a bad reason. You could be super elated and everybody doing it, or you could be feeling depressed because you're missing somebody that has passed away. So the spirit put it on me to come on and just do this message, and I'm almost done, but I have to get this message out. I'll probably jump back on here a few days from the so-called Christmas holiday, and my main purpose is to help those who are in recovery that's leading up to these days, because those 3 days back to back to back be really catching people up that's in recovery, and we be losing too many. So the spirit has me on here to talk about that. So the next one is prepare your elevator speech. Talk about your sobriety, and but be ready but be ready with an answer you feel comfortable sharing when someone tries to pass you the glass of champagne or a relative has questions. I'm very open about my sobriety. I don't mind telling it to anybody. I sit down in the restaurant, and when I'm eating my food and I order my soda or something, I let them know from the rip that I'm in sobriety, because I'm in recovery, because I don't want no waitress or the bartender feel like he's cool with me, or he's just trying to be a nice guy and pour me some Bacardi in my juice. I don't want that. So I let the waitress know from the rip, I don't need nothing extra. I'm in recovery and I'm allergic to alcohol. I don't mind saying that at all. I don't care how people feel about it. None of that. I let them know from the rip, I'm allergic to alcohol. I can't have none of that. I can't have none of that at all. So if I'm around my family, I'm gonna let them know, and like, no, I can't do that. Like I said, since I don't celebrate, the only people that I'm gonna be around is for these feast days is people from my church, and all of them, we ain't gonna have no alcohol there, and all of them already know the circumstances that I deal with. They even make sure I only have grape juice for communion. Like, I don't play around with nothing. So I appreciate people that also care about my sobriety too. But make sure that you got your speech ready. If you don't want to tell them you in sobriety, come up with something to let them know. Yo, I'm just not drinking today. I got this going on, that going on. You can say you got an operation going on. You can say anything you want. The whole thing is about getting past this without picking up a drink or using a drug. So whatever you got, whatever method you got to use when you're talking about it, man, use your method and don't let nobody tell you that you can't do it or you shouldn't do it. But this is a very vital time when it comes to recovery, and I don't want you to get caught up. So these tips that's on here. Next one. Seek out recovery support wherever you are. New mobile apps make it easy to find meetings almost anywhere. Right now, what's going on? During these days, they have alkathons. And I know NA have meetings all day. The alkathons and the NA meetings all day, they literally all day. Like, so you might go to a clubhouse, they're going to have a whole bunch of food, and they're going to have speakers and meetings coming on all day. I think NA calls them speaker jams. I know AA calls it an alkathon. Find you the meeting and chill. Get you some grub. Go do your meetings, this and this. You might tend to even have the holiday over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, however you need to do to get through. Don't be ashamed if you got to go to 4 to 5 meetings in a day. The whole thing is getting past it and getting to the next day. And when you feeling that kind of urge and you think you can't get through it, always listen to what my sponsor told me. All you have to do is make it home and go to sleep tonight, and tomorrow you're not going to feel like this. So if you feel that urge, because the urge gets us and our mind tells us that I can't stay sober forever, man, I can't do this forever, man, I might as well just pick up a drink. Then we give up. Don't go out like that. Don't let your mind tell you that. All you got, when your mind starts that, say, all I got to do is get through tonight, and tomorrow I'll be okay. That's all you got to tell yourself. All I got to do is get through tonight, and tomorrow I will be okay. And that's going to lower that anxiety, and you're not going to be worried about it. So make sure that you seek out. They have the app, the AA app is the chair called Meeting Guide. It's a blue chair. If anybody need it, DM me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put it up on my Facebook page. I'm gonna put the meeting chair app for those that's in AA, that you could download that app, and then wherever you at, once you download the app, you hit that app, and it'll tell you the address and the name of every meeting that's near you. No matter what state you in, no matter what country you in, anywhere, it's no excuse, because all you got to do is tap the app, and you could go to any meetings. So I'm gonna go back over the list of the things that you need to do to stay sober during these days that's coming up. Like I said, I'm not on here to promote no holidays, because they're against what the Most High told my people to do. But since people are going to do it, I have to send a message out to those that's in recovery to be reminded, and the tips to do so they can make it through this thing. I love you and care for you that much that I want to see you make it through it. So we're going to go back over the tips. Number 1, make sure your basic needs are met, remembering to halt. Don't be hungry, angry, irritable, restless, lonely, or tired. Number 2, create new activities that don't revolve around alcohol or drug use. Go skating, go to the movies, go axe throwing, go bowling. I don't care what you do. Just do stuff that don't revolve around alcohol or drugs. Make up a backup plan. Do not go somewhere where you have to depend on somebody else to get you back home to safety. Drive your own car. So when things feel sketchy, you could get out of there. Next, help others, volunteering. Go out and volunteer and help people. That takes you out of your own head. Go volunteer at the soup kitchen. Go read some books to the elderly that's in the hospital. Go help anybody do anything that doesn't require them paying you or anything. You will feel a whole lot better during these days. Give thanks. Have gratitude about your life and what's going on, and that you're breathing, that you're walking, that you're talking, that you're seeing. The little things that we take for granted. Make sure you have gratitude about it. Next, don't do this alone. If you want to be around partying and doing this and doing that, bring a friend from the fellowship. Both of you guys can watch each other. Two heads are better than one. Don't put yourself in that situation to where you're gonna regret it. Bring recovery materials with you when you travel. Your AA book, your big book, your CD. If you want to go on YouTube and watch some movies, make sure you got your phone with you, things of that nature, so you'll be good. Write down what's going to happen to you if you pick up this drink or this drug, so you could tell yourself and remind yourself what you're going to do to relapse. And write down your list of all this stuff we talking about, a little small list, so you could have that reminder when you in these situations, when all these people you ain't seen in years are around you and everybody acting all joyous and this and that. You don't want to get caught up. You still want to have a reminder. Make sure you have your elevator speech. Make sure you be able to tell these people, like, listen, I'm not drinking. I got back surgery and I take medicine, whatever you got to do. Or just let them know straight up, I'm in sobriety. I don't drink. Please keep that alcohol away from me. That's how I am. I just come straight out with it. And I don't want no misunderstandings or anything. So I'm going to let you know. And the last one, seek out recovery support wherever you are. Use the apps, find some meetings, and go to the meetings. Don't think that you're too good or you don't need it during these days, because I'm telling you, when it hits hard. Go to the meetings. And it's Mike. I want to thank you guys for stopping in. I pray the Most High that this message helps somebody out there as these days draw closer. And I pray that everybody get through it sober. Enjoy the rest of your night. Shalom.